Hi my loves, you're welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 4 tips on how you can speak up for yourself. So if you have problems speaking up for yourself, if you have problem being assertive, you want to stick around. Hi beautiful people, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, my name is Oweyejiloba Grace and I'm a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. On my channel, we discuss pretty much everything that you need to navigate life successfully if you're in your 20s or if you're an adult. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to speak up for yourself, how to be assertive, how to stop being a people pleaser. Even if you're not someone who is naturally shy or who is naturally introverted, I feel like somewhere in your life, everyone would always have times where we have said yes when we really wanted to say no. You know, we're not authentic with communicating our needs. We sent mixed messages because we feared rejection or whatever it was. We did not communicate what it was that we wanted. We let people walk over us and we just took crap and ended up feeling resentful and angry. All of that we're going to cover in this video because I think it is very important. If you're going to navigate through life successfully, it is very important that you know how to speak up for yourself. Okay, now I want to talk about some of the reasons why people find it difficult to speak up for themselves. People find it difficult to be assertive as they should be. And this cuts across every sphere of life. If you're in your workplace, there are times where you have to speak up for yourself. If you're in school, in your family, in your relationships, wherever it is that you find yourself, there will always be times where you need to speak up for yourself. So why is it that people find it difficult to speak up for themselves if this is something that, you know, you're always going to have to do? So one reason could be like childhood experiences or your background, you know, growing up. If you grew up in a family or if you grew up in an environment where you were always asked to shut up, you know, you could not speak.
I will ridicule you.
You could not air your views. Everything was just keep quiet, don't talk, you know, you did not have a say. You would struggle with speaking up for yourself. If you went on and, you know, you found yourself bullied, you would struggle with speaking up for yourself. Sometimes when you speak up for yourself, there's a conflict. If you are very conflict averse, you would struggle with speaking up for yourself. If you're the kind of person, you know, who loves to please people, there's so many reasons and, you know, much more. But speaking up for yourself is so important, especially when it comes to your relationship, your workplace, for instance. These are places where you need to speak up for yourself. For example, your partner might not know what your needs are. They might not know what it is that they do that, you know, you do not like. And then you keep quiet, and because they cannot read minds, they will continue doing that thing, even in your workplace or even among friends. You know, people can say certain things to you or do certain things to you or give you certain tasks that you have no business doing, but because you don't know how to say, I'm sorry, I cannot do this, it would just impact your life negatively. Over time, you'll find that you're angry, you find that you're resentful, because we're beings that are supposed to, you know, voice out things that we need to talk about. We need to talk. So when you constantly do not speak up for yourself, you would just suffer. You would suffer because you have all these unexpressed thoughts. Okay, so let's jump right into the juice of the video. I'm going to be sharing 4 tips on how you can speak up for yourself if you do not know how to. The first one is be transparent and be authentic. It's so important that you're transparent and you're authentic. In your conversations, in your day-to-day lives, always make sure that you prioritize transparency and authenticity. If, for example, you're someone who you don't like being yelled at, or you're someone who you don't like when people insult you, you don't like when people hurl abusive words at you. So when you're transparent and you're authentic to yourself, if someone comes at you with that kind of energy, if someone is like hurling insults at you, if someone is yelling at you, you can say, excuse me, I don't like when this is being done to me. I do not like this. You know, you can speak up for yourself, and instead of you just keeping quiet and taking, you know, the garbage, the thing that you don't like, you're hurting yourself because you're not being transparent and you're not being authentic to yourself. And then that would even have you lying. You know, people will think that you're something that you're not because whatever they do to you, they do not know. It's the feedback that you're supposed to give. You speaking up for yourself that would like put them in check. But then when they do things to you and then you just laugh, or you just be like, is it fine? And it's not fine, no, and you're like, yes, it's fine, and you put on a smile, you're not being authentic to yourself. So one tip to speak up for yourself, it is to always be transparent and be authentic. The second tip on how to speak up for yourself, if you don't know how to, is to be clear and concise. Clear means that you don't give mixed messages. You say exactly what you want. And I know that ladies often do this. Many ladies do not know how to articulate themselves properly. So if, for instance, someone says, can I come over? Don't say maybe, or be clear. Give the person a yes or no. Be clear. If someone is asking you a question, will you date me, or will you be my whatever? Be clear. Don't confuse the person. Be clear and be concise. Keep it simple. Don't over explain. Don't over shalaye. That's what they call it in Yoruba. No need to resist the urge to shalaye. Just make it simple and make it clear, make it concise. It's very important because it shows the other person that you're serious. Make sure that you leave no room for ambiguity. Don't say no when you mean to say yes. Don't say maybe. Don't say however. All those words that don't make it clear what it is that you really want to say. Avoid those words. The third tip on speaking up for yourself, if you don't know how to, is be compassionate. Because we are talking about speaking up for yourselves, many people swing to the other side of the pendulum and they just become very rude, they become disrespectful. That's not the way to go, because we don't want to be uncool people. So if, for example, I'm overwhelmed, I'm tired, and a friend needs me, maybe the friend wants to hang out, instead of saying, I will not be able to come, I beg, and cutting the call, being compassionate says, I understand why you want to have me in your space right now, or I understand why you'd want me to do this for you, but I'm really sorry, I'm feeling overwhelmed at the moment and I will not be able to come. That is very simple. That is you being compassionate, and that is you expressing yourself and speaking up for yourself, and you're not being mean, you're not being rude. You're seeing things from the other person's point of view, and that does wonders. And then most times the person would actually, understand where you're coming from, and everyone is happy. And this tip will really work for people pleasers. If you're someone who's used to always putting people first before yourself, you don't know how to speak up for yourself, you don't know how to say what it is that you want to say, because you don't want to offend people, you don't want people to think that you're mean, you don't want people to think that you don't like them, you don't want to damage relationships. But you just have to, show that compassion. I wish that I was able to do this, but I will not be able to do this. So this is a great tip for you to speak up for yourself if you're a people pleaser. The last tip on speaking up for yourself is practice makes perfect. You have to practice it. Practice it in your day-to-day conversations, just with your friends. Just start practicing it. Practice in front of a mirror. Rome wasn't built in a day. The more you practice it, you're not going to hear this and then automatically switch. You have to intentionally practice it, and then gradually you will get better at it. And I hope that these tips helped. If you have additional tips on how to speak up for yourself, you can put it in the comment section. And if you want to talk about your experience on learning how to speak up for yourself, because it's still a journey that I am learning, and it's so important. It's a life skill that you have to learn. You can put it in the comment section and we can just interact. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and also go ahead to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out videos from me. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.